I need healing.
Well, with Nature's Fury on full display outside here in Los Angeles, the teams inside the arena here at the Blizzard Studios are trying to emulate that and do the same, and we have quite the game on our hands. Matt, it's 2-2 between the Los Angeles Valiant, the San Francisco Shock, and Lijiang Tower. It's going to be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see, what heroes we come out with here on Lijiang Tower. Potentially, you have some good Pharah points. Control Center, we can see who plays Junkrat for the side of the Valiant. We saw Baby Bay play it for the San Francisco Shock. I imagine it would be Silk Thread with the way he's kind of rotated around heroes. It looks like he'll pick up Junkrat duty.
Yeah, he seems to be quite developed actually in a multitude of different roles, which is very impressive to see for someone, again, being onboarded to a team fairly quickly. What I'm looking forward to seeing is that Control Center. We see Azaya Junkrat combo. That is definitely something that works. Let's have Azaya, Reinhardt, Junkrat. Let's throw McCree in there for good measure, right? Azaya on this map makes it very, very easy for you to keep the enemy team out once you've taken that first point. We're talking about Control Center here, by the way. So obviously you can gain a lot of that easy ult percentage. Using Junkrat as well just makes it so costly for your opponents to try and advance. But that strategy kind of hinges on, Matt, you haven't controlled the point in the first place and pushing the enemy out.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen really at all today has been Moira. So I feel like Control Center could be one of the points on this one where you could see her use pretty well, right? You can do a lot of healing in controlled areas.
Well, I think the first time we've seen Moira in competitive high-level Overwatch was actually overnight by Lucid. I think it was Lucid in the Soul Cup, I believe it was. Or Nexus Cup, should I say. Don't get those mixed up. Yeah, so he used Moira there, but she really hasn't been seen at all today yet, but there are opportunities for her to work out. Sleepy's hovering it right now, so this could be pretty high. First time we see Moira here at the Overwatch League preseason.
And it makes sense you could use her with that Reinhardt Zarya combination in tanks, right? Because they're not as mobile, obviously, as your Winston and Diva tanks, where you have to kind of follow them in there into the fight.
All right, well, you know what they did? They gave me Reinhardt, Zarya, McCree, and Junkrat. So thanks, San Francisco. That's exactly what I wanted. See, Sleepy now, again, you can see he makes his way forward. That's quite aggressive, if he's going to be fading up, we should know that the rest of his team has said, guys, let's go, let's get in their face, and it's worked out well. Uncut was felled very quickly with a headshot from them, a Peacemaker, of course, a Baby Bay, and that's a good start for San Francisco. The Los Angeles Valiant are reeling after that.
Yeah, for the San Francisco Shock, you can play around this Moira. She can do a ton of healing, we know that, but it's also important to balance the healing and the damage, right? Because you could run out of all your resources there. You have to rebuild that up, either obviously by waiting, but that's not really efficient. You could do it by building up, by doing some damage as well. So I think what'll make a good Moira player over time is if they can balance that damage and healing on this support.
Same with Ana players. It was the same concern we had about them. Like, we had so many battle Anas to start with, and we noticed that we realized eventually that we just really needed to see her heal all the time to be as effective as possible. There's a switch here. Envy and Silk Thread have gone towards Zarya and Junkrat themselves, so they're trying to fight fire with fire in that sense. But a coalescence here for Sleepy not only allows them to pick off Fate, of course it goes through shields, but it keeps San Francisco topped up as they're getting pressure with a lot of poke damage from the Valiant.
You have Dak on the Lucio here, so you're going to combine Lucio with Moira. You're going to have that sound barrier soon. Unko, though, he does have the Transcendence. Here's going to be the Riptire, and the Transcendence comes down. It'll be the Valiant taking the point.
Yeah, surprised Dante didn't pull that a little bit earlier on. Riptire doesn't care about Transcendence. I guess he was looking for the squishy targets, but it was actually a remote mine thrown by Silk Thread to stuff that one down and remove it. So now going up against the Zarya, the shoe's on the other foot. San Francisco, again, it's going to be tough for them to break in. It's costly. All the Junkrat damage could well just go to shields and charging up that enemy Zarya of Envy.
And they're going to be forced to use the sound barrier to engage here, just force their way through the door, and see the damage orbs coming out here for Sleepy as he's building up towards another ult.
Now we need to see some healing here as well. He knows that Nomi was a little bit low. And don't remember, Nomi was definitely at the height of his playing career, pre-Overwatch League. On this Reinhardt pick, it was definitely, he loves being a protector. That's how he likes to play the game. But it's a double kill now with that Riptire and Sleep. Just trying to find the best way to employ this coalescence. And yeah, tough to do it properly when you get Graviton in. And it's going to be the Valiant to hold consecutive fights, consecutive holds, and now make it 50%.
And I believe when Nevix went on a little bit of a flank on this Zarya, he used that grab. So you saw in the kill feed, he was able to pick up 2, and that kind of forced everybody else from San Francisco to flood in towards that point. I mean, probably like to hold on to that grab.
Yeah, using the grab and not winning the fight is generally a bit of a feels bad, man, because it's such a hard ultimate to generate. It takes a lot of time, and it relies on you being charged up. Baby Bay, well, his sentence gets cut very short. Reach for the what? You'll never know. It's going to be Silk Thread, drops a grenade on top of him. there, and Dak falls too soon. Los Angeles Valiant now getting a bit aggressive. They caught San Francisco mid-step. They've caught them off guard, and they're going to shove them right back outside the complex. This is what that Zarya comp's going to be able to do for you.
And with 80% already on the board here for the Valiant, both supports change for the Shock. So you have Sleepy move off of the Moira, he'll go to Zen, and then you have Dak move off of Lucio, he'll go to Mercy. So you kind of reset the ult on both of those players. You probably don't have a support ult. For the Shock, you're going to have both on the side of the Valiant.
In San Francisco, because of their margin of error is so slim now, because they're so far behind, they have to use ultimates to even get to the point. Fortunately, it works perfectly. Dante gets 2, Soon and Unco are down, but Resurrect quickly employed from Kareem to try and keep at least 5 players up, and Soon. So now they're at a full 6 after that nasty Riptire. Dak now is felled, and there's no resurrecting from that. There's no coming back from the Riptire on towards your Mercy player. Fate has himself here in Earth Shatter, but again, tough to find a good way to use it. Valiant are in control, but no! The stick! Baby Bay manages to get rid of Fate. He was the one with that Earth Shatter available. San Francisco desperately trying to retake control, but it's a 1v1 over the point. Well, not quite really. Unco's trying to work from the side. Baby Bay deals with him, and now it's a 2v1 in favor of San Francisco. Recall is forced, but Sleepy captures Soon. Great fight. An extended 2v2 between both of these rosters comes out with the Shock, keeping the round going, getting the point back under their control.
Well, Baby Bay's on the point, and he knows he has Soon right around that pole, and then Unco up on the stairs. He waits until Sleepy can get back into the fight, quickly darts up the stairs, takes out Unco, then works his way back
really
to the
smart.
point, takes out Soon. Very nice play there by Baby Bay on yet another hero. Now he's just pulling out some great Tracer stuff.
No, why not? I mean, this guy seems to be able to do it all. Remote Mine thrown in there by Dunter. We actually already found a kill on Silkford earlier on and forced Kareem to use that first resurrect. Oh, this could be quite nasty. Yeah, Dunter just drops 1 Remote Mine in and gets 2 kills. Fate knows he's dead, just trying to get it over with. And that means that San Francisco are going to continue to build momentum towards potential a 99% overtime, as Los Angeles know that the fight is already done.
And after San Fran won that crucial fight, where the Valiant had both support ults. Now look at the large war chest of ultimates that San Francisco Shaka built up. They have both support ults. You have a pulse bomb here. You're going to have an Earth Shatter, and here's going to come the Riptire.
Again, Dunter just wants to try and, give off the sound cues. Obviously, if you have directional sound like all these guys do, they know approximately where the tire is, but they can't stop it. Unco's taken down. It's going to be a quick res. Kareem gets him back on his feet. And also, with the res on towards Fate, that might be a turning point if needed. It's going to be an Earth Shatter to come down. The Transcendence thrown in by Unco to keep his team alive. It's shifting back in Los Angeles' favor. Great support ult usage there. It was now or never for Los Angeles, and they managed to make it work. Kareem's it's going to time out on that ultimate, so the Valkyrie won't be available for much longer. Dak has just used his. He gets in cheeky little res on towards Sleepy. He waited until Los Angeles were no longer attending his corpse. But Unco's found Dunton now. Dak again, just trying to break the line of sight, stay alive. Very nice play from Dak to remain in the game. Charge from Fate doesn't quite connect properly. Nomi's only really knocked away instead of being pinned, but that charge from Nomi is going to get him killed instantly. Los Angeles, it wasn't pretty, and my God, it was quite close, but eventually they take things back. And remember, next round could be it. Tiebreaker.
That last fight could have went either way.
Well, it probably did go the other way than what we expected it to,
probably.
based on the opening, salvos of damage.
Well, with the Riptire at the beginning, you saw Dante, he was just trying to use it up top, just prevent that push to come in. Obviously, he doesn't have the luxury of knowing what we know. No. That Kareem on the other side, it's like 98% to Valkyrie. If he kind of brings it into the backline, maybe connects on one of the supports, let's say he connects on to Kareem, they never get the Valkyrie, never get the reses off. That's a fight that the San Francisco Shop probably take.
And you can see that Fate there went for quite a wild charge on Nomi, the other Reinhardt in the final stages there. Even if he didn't get the pin, he knocks Nomi away from the rest of his team who was trying to defend. This forces Nomi to have to do an aggressive charge back in just to try and get a kill and try and even things up. And obviously it didn't work, so good aggression from Los Angeles Valiant. He who dares wins.
Now we have the Pharah being brought out by the San Francisco Shock on this point for the Valiant. Now they'll stay, with the Zenyatta Mercy combination in terms of support. Silk Threat will take responsibilities of the Soldier 76, trying to shoot Baby Bay out of the sky, but Baby Bay able to take out Unco here at the beginning. Now the push starts to come through for San Francisco. It's looking good for San Francisco.
First McCree, now Tracer, now Pharah for Baby Bay, already with 41% on ultimate. San Francisco with a very strong first fight to put themselves in control. Let's look at our ultimate percentages here. Dunter's very close to that pulse bomb, but so is Soon. So both Tracers have had good involvements and good contributions to the damage in these last couple of fights. But this is tough for Los Angeles Valiant. Trying to get through these chokes and these small corridors when Baby Bay can very safely just send rocket after rocket, not only earning himself ult percentage, but putting pressure on the Valiant healers to keep their team at full strength.
And what do? I mean, you walk through that choke of your Silk Threat and you have to look straight up in the sky. You have no idea if anyone's coming from below. Soon able to take out Baby Bay though, and he gets onto the point. Now a 1v1. versus the opponent's Tracer. Soon able to win that as well. You see why they went out and got this guy, one of the best Tracers in the world.
Yeah, one-man wrecking crew. Not only does he remove Baby Bay, who again, in a moment of utter sheer self-confidence, hangs around while Soon gets to recall, appear right under him, and then one-clip the enemy Pharah. Then, of course, Dunton knew he had to go back to the point, but he was already half health from an earlier engagement, and Soon was just ice cold there. Again, that will be the recall drawn out. Let's see what Soon is doing here, man.
You see these Tracer 1v1s, so important to force that recall out first, but as Soon sees a pretty load on HP, looks so easy from his POV. As now you see the Valiant, they pushed up, they have some good ults to work with.
That going down early on, yeah, I seen Nevix get stalled because he was ahead of the rest of his team and they got split. Oh god, that's not ideal. Normie also a long way away ahead of his backline.
What's your opinion on here, with San Francisco running the Lucio Mercy combination? I feel like you need the Zen with how great Discord Orb is and Transcendence. And I feel like with how Sleepy has played on the Zenyatta, I feel like you keep him on that hero.
Yeah, I also think it's one of those situations. Look, we'll get to that, right? Sound barrier used just here for San Francisco to make their way forward, and was used by Dak there. It doesn't do a whole lot for them. Dunton's still taken down by Envy despite that, and does get resurrected back up into the fight. Soon now has a pulse bomb to use after Salvo from the pulse pistols, but he only sort of dropped it in the hallway. It still seems to work. Apparently, Dak didn't get far enough away from the dropped pulse bomb to survive. Now Karif getting that quick double res there. You can see how this is going to turn the tide of this fight almost instantly here. Soon to pressure forward. Baby Bay's going to have to run away. Soon can just recall back onto the point and chill. And I know you wanted to ask about having a Lucio here. I think definitely there's less value in it, but being able to get to the point quickly or trying to exacerbate like a 6v5 can be really important. Plus, Sound Barrier is still a strong ult in its own right.
I just feel like Valkyrie, obviously you keep the Mercy. If you're San Francisco, they switch off of it now, but you keep the Mercy. Transcendence is so great to just keep people healed up on the point.
Envy, all that damage just got done to himself there. He couldn't really turn away, or at least he didn't want to turn away from a Genji that was reflecting in his face. So he got most of the micro rocket damage back at him. That was interesting, very aggressive, but again, the Valiant wanted to get things done, and looks like it might not even matter, man. Looks like this might be job done regardless. Dak was the last body to fall, and here on Night Market, Los Angeles Valiant look to take it away. Dunton tries to get there now, a desperate attempt from Baby Bay on the Genji to get onto the point. But you've got a Winston there. You've got so much damage available to you now. Nomi just drops herself into the corner. A pulse bomb even used. And the Los Angeles Valiant, they win the tiebreaker. A dominant performance, and the home team takes it away.
I think you saw Soon play very good on the Tracer. That's a great sign when you can pair him with agility, so the way he can play Genji. The Valiant have a fantastic DPS combo, and then with the way that Silk Thread played, right, when you want to play some other things, maybe you want to bring the 76 or the McCree or the Junkrat into play, he can slide right into the lineup. So now you're putting together a very good DPS core for the Valiant to go with a strong front line and back line. They could be a very strong team.
3-2 is going to be the score, and that puts the San Francisco Shock to 1 apiece here right now in our preseason. The Valiant are 1-0. Time to head to a break, and when we return, the analyst desk will break down our second match of the day.